All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, it's another article. I'm just jump right into it. It says, biggest stock market bubble of all time, ready to burst. All right, so it says, stock markets could see sharp falls before the end of the year because valuations have hit disproportionate levels, according to Paul Gambles, the managing director at Thailand-based advisory firm MBMG Group. So it says he told CNBC that the massive market intervention in the wake of the 2008 financial crisis has led to a sharp increase in stock prices, taking them to epic bubble levels. All right, and what do we know about bubbles, man? Bubbles what? Bubbles don't last forever, man. Bubbles pop. All right, bubbles are known for popping. The bigger they are, the louder the pop. All right, if that's the thing. Which it should be. Central banks around the world then pumped trillions of dollars into the global economy to boost lending and encourage growth. Hey man, that's a very risky thing. So it says we had a policy to respond to global financial crisis. At that point, stocks were cheap and they had an enormous tailwind behind them in terms of fiscal support. Fiscal support, said Gambles. This is quite a dangerous situation, and it is creating a bubble, and that bubble has just got bigger and bigger and bigger. There isn't any doubt now that in valuation terms, we're in epic bubble proportions, probably the biggest bubble of all time. That means what? You have the biggest bubble of all time. That means what? When that bubble pops, you're going to have the biggest or craziest crash of all time, man, which we've been saying through the spirit. So it says, according to Gambles, markets could be experiencing a moment similar to 2007, just before the historic market crash. We now think that there are conditions out there that are primed for that bubble to actually be pricked, he said. So look, man, everybody's seeing it. It's inevitable. All right, look that word up. Inevitable, man. It's gonna happen. You can't stop it, man. You can't stop prophecy, man. So it says these conditions include unsynchronized global growth, tighter monetary policy, and chaos surrounding the U.S. politics with the administration, tougher stance on global trade. Salakia. Tougher stance on global trade, the strategist explained. However, Gambles noted that there were a range of outcomes for markets that were probably wider than there's ever been at any time in history. We could have a good stock market. We could have a good stock market year. We could have a 20, 30, 40% plus correction, Gambles said. Continued support from central banks has boosted investors' confidence in stock markets over recent years. The benchmark SP 500 index has risen by around 287% from March 2008 until now. In Europe, Stoxx 600 has risen 134% in the same period. Well, listen, man. All right, listen, man. Let me just keep reading. It says, the founder of Double Line Capital, Jeffrey Gundlach, who is known as a bond king, so he's deep in this, all right, told CNBC that stocks will end the year in negative territory. He cited rising bond yields and a plunge in cryptocurrencies as evidence that equities will move lower. Okay, so he's a what? He's supposed to be a bond king, and this is what he's saying, man. All right, they all know it, man. They all see it. All right, and we're reporting it because what? It's gonna happen, man. Whether you take heed to it or not. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that scripture.
It's 7 like normal.
Romans 3:3, man. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? God forbid. All right, it. Don't matter if you believe it or not, man. It's gonna happen. It's just gonna be, did you know it's gonna happen or not? Did you believe it's gonna happen or not? Most I don't care about that, man. His void ain't gonna come back. His word is not gonna come back void. So regardless if you believe it or not, it's gonna happen, bro. Wake up out of your little fantasy land and deal with reality, man. Suck it up. All right. Low one, this was edifying unto the elect, an informant, to the sheep out there. All right. Just, stay posted, and shalom.